Good evening. A nice hot summer kind of feel to the air today, right? It was so humid in New Orleans. Our high was 93. We're still, even after 5 p.m. at 90 in New Orleans, and the dew point in the upper 60s. So the feels like temperature a few degrees above the actual air temperature. Of course, I know that's difficult to believe, right? Temperatures north of the lake are a bit lower because we've had some spotty downpours there. Our feels like temperatures as high as 95 right now at the lakefront, but not quite as high as they will likely be later on this summer when we'll see those triple-digit heat indices. At least they're in the 90s right now. Live radar is showing a little bit of spotty shower activity. One south of the West Bank, south of Estelle here. A little bit of spotty activity also around I-12 and near Pearlington, Mississippi, and over toward parts of Tangipahoa Parish near Lake Maurepas and kind of the outskirts of Lake Pontchartrain. And it's been a little bit more active over near Gray and Schriever and Gibson outside of the Thibodaux and Houma areas. So we do have just a little bit of activity, and there is actually just a surface front kind of draped over the area, not really going to affect us very much. And in fact, we'll see probably that pop-up shower action that we've seen today come to an end shortly as we head into the next hour or two. This evening, nice and warm. Temperatures dropping through the 80s, eventually getting into the 70s overnight. We'll say our lows tonight near 70 on the North Shore, 75 South Shore, kind of a humid, quiet night. Not expecting rain overnight, and tomorrow, as I mentioned, we may hit 91 or 92, possibly 93 again with lots of sunshine. And I'll show you on Precision Cast, we have a big upper level high pressure area that's just going to kind of squash our rain chances really for the next couple of days. So tonight at 11 p.m. here we are in the 70s. Tomorrow morning we start off temperatures in the 70s, and then by 8 and 9 o'clock may already be around 80 in New Orleans. And look through the day, not a lot of rain showing up because of that high pressure, stable, sinking air, making it hard for showers and storms to form. And then Monday, same thing just about, as temperatures get into the low 90s. We're also tracking, as I mentioned and showed you earlier, that area of slightly disturbed weather east of Bermuda. This is the one that you may have heard about, which may possibly become Cristobal, the sea storm, but it's looking not quite so active and not quite so organized. You can see the general low pressure area here with these clouds and showers, but showers decreased today, and the National Hurricane Center just dropped it a little bit to about 40% as we discussed earlier. So we will see whether it has a chance to maybe become a subtropical or tropical depression. Looking a little doubtful that it might reach that Cristobal named storm status, but we'll keep you updated, and the chance for that will really only be through about tomorrow. I promised you a look at the Gulf and what we may see as we head into next weekend. So we're talking about a ways away from now, is just some general kind of low pressure breaking off from the south and maybe getting into the southern or western Gulf. And notice that this closed low, that would be kind of the area that might try to form into maybe a depression or storm or something like that. The general idea is the models are not in good agreement at this point at all. But as we get into next week, we will be in the official part of hurricane season in June 1st. So this is kind of the typical sort of activity. That's why hurricane starts at this time of year, that we start to see a few things like this start to happen. What may happen if we do see this is it could eventually bring our rain chances up after a pretty hot and maybe kind of stiflingly hot week, to bring our rain chances up maybe by the weekend. So right now I have about a 50-60% chance of rain on Saturday, and that could continue into Sunday, but it's still early. As you know, with these kind of messy systems, models are not picking up well on anything right now because there's really not much to pick up on at this point, but we'll keep you updated. The main thing would be possibly some low pressure in the Gulf, enhancing rain chances for this weekend. And of course, needless to say, something we'll be watching really closely. Our 7-day forecast does bring our rain chances up a bit for a slightly more enhanced chance for a couple of afternoon showers and storms, especially by Wednesday. So pretty typical summer sort of week coming up with maybe that higher rain chance by the weekend.